Guinea's ousted President Alpha Conde is finally free and can receive visitors. The junta who overthrew him confirmed on Saturday. Conde became Guinea's first democratically elected president in 2010, but the 84-year-old was deposed by army officers last year and replaced by Colonel Mamadi Doumbouya. He was allowed to go to the United Arab Emirates for medical treatment in January, coming back to Guinea on April 10. His party, Rally of the Guinean People, also known as RPG, has said that he was not truly free before or after his trip and demanded his total and unconditional freedom. To back up his call, the RPG suspended his participation at the junta-organized National Reconciliation Conference in protest at his detention. A statement from the junta said Conde will stay at his wife's house in the capital Conakry until his own private house is constructed in the suburb of Kipe. Doumbouya, who has been sworn in as interim president, has promised to restore civilian rule but resisted international pressure to commit to a date.
Footage made available by the French military in northern Mali appears to show Russian mercenaries burying bodies near the Gossi base. French military staff described the images as part of an effort by Russian mercenaries to make it look as if the French left a massacre behind before handing over control of the Gossi base to the Malian army. The Gossi base was home to 300 French soldiers. Control was handed over to the Malian army last Tuesday. The first images claiming that the French had committed atrocities were published this Thursday through social media. French military staff claimed that this is part of a concerted campaign of false information designed to create an hostile environment in the country. Malian authorities have not yet reacted to the accusations. France announced the departure from Mali last February amidst growing tensions with the military junta ruling the country. Paris accuses Bamako of employing the services of Russian mercenaries of the Wagner Group.
Ivory Coast on April 23rd will vote the new president of the Football Federation. The election comes after it was postponed severally and will be organized in Yamoussoukro, the political capital of the West African country. Among the potential candidates include Idriss Yacine Diallo, Sori Diabate, and the former Chelsea striker Didier Drogba. The winner will preside over the football board for the next 5 years. A total of 81 delegates will vote on Saturday in an election that has drawn the political minds. In recent weeks, the question of legitimacy of Didier Drogba, who is a former captain of the national team, has drawn mixed reactions, especially from the locals. Expectations have been raised, particularly on Drogba's candidacy, with some opposing, while some showing him support. I believe that Didier Drogba has really done nothing for Ivorian soccer. Didier Drogba has never attended a match in the Ivory Coast Premier League. He has never been, even after his retirement. When Yaya Toure, Kolo and others went to win the AFCON, he was not even able to go and support his young brothers during that final. But lately he was with them because he was invited by Kona. But we all know that the fact that he showed up during the last AFCON competition, it simply shows he is an opportunist. It's been 22 years, I can say since 92, at the time of Dieng Ousseynou. It's the same guise of governors. It is a group of friends who oppose the candidates of Didier Drogba because they are in a system that suits them. They are not ready for us to come and interrupt them in their system. For more than 30 years, we are tired of this generation. We need new blood. Do you understand a little? We need a new blood to bring more to our soccer, and Didier Drogba is the ideal man for our soccer. The whole population wants Didier Drogba as the next president of the Ivorian Football Federation.
Comme futur président de la Fédération ivoirienne de football.
On December 24, 2020, a FIFA decision of the installation of normalization committee came into effect following the blockage of the renewed process of governing body of the FIFA after the death of the former president Sidi Diallo. This election of the president of the Ivorian Football Federation has generated so much excitement. The reasons are clear. Ivorian soccer is in bad state and it is absolutely necessary to save it, especially when we know that we are almost a year away from organization of the African Cup of Nations in Ivorian soil. At least 6 people were killed and a few others wounded on Friday in Somalia's capital Mogadishu at a restaurant which was hosting police chief and legislators. The government officials were unharmed in the blast which sparked a fire inside the building, sending smoke into the sky as diners scrambled to safety. The explosion came days after a mortar attack targeted Somalia's parliament during a meeting by newly elected lawmakers. A suicide bomber blew himself up here. I think he was targeting the police chief, but he missed the target, fortunately. No lawmakers were harmed in Monday's assault, which was claimed by Islamist militant group Al-Shabaab that has been waging an insurgency against the central government for more than a decade. The Horn of Africa nation has seen a spate of attacks in recent weeks as it hobbles through a long-delayed election process to pick a new president.
Tunisian authorities announced on Friday that the oil tanker that sank last weekend was empty. The Equatorial Guinea flagged tanker, Zello, was initially thought to be carrying 750 tons of fuel when it sank between Egypt and Malta last Saturday.
نشاط صيد بحري في خليج جيبس يتواصل كما يقولوا قانون. فوجئنا
We were surprised to see that the 4 tanks were filled with seawater. There is not a drop of diesel. The ship, Zello, which sank in the Gulf of Gabes, does not represent an environmental threat at this time on the Gulf of Gabes. Tunisian authorities have opened an investigation to determine what caused the accident. The ministry, however, failed to explain the confusion behind the original statement. The ship's 7 crew members are banned from leaving the country for 2 weeks pending the outcome of the probe.